Hello, my name is Tim Erickson, and I'm St. Paul Tim on Twitter and other places on the internet. And I'm here to give you a quick introduction or survey of the new features in Backdrop CMS version 1.14. Please excuse my voice, it's a little hoarse tonight. Anyways, we're starting out here on the homepage of backdropcms.org, and I just want to highlight the availability of this demo backdrop button. Some of you may not have seen that before, and this is a really quick way to spin up a demo sandbox where you can try out backdrop. You can see some of these new features. The site will go away after 24 hours, so it's just a place to play around with, not worry about making any mistakes, and and getting a sense of what Backdrop CMS is all about. We have a blog. And on the blog is an article, Backdrop CMS 1.14, and this is a quick description of some of the new features in Backdrop 1.14 that we're going to quickly go over today. I have a fresh Backdrop site that I spun up here in my local environment. Triplo.co is my company, so that's my quick plug. Contact me at triplo.co if you're looking for help with Backdrop. In the meantime, one of the big changes that people that are new to Backdrop are going to have to get used to is the way that Backdrop handles layouts. It's very powerful, but it's also kind of a switch if you're coming from the Drupal world and something you got to wrap your head around. There's been a big step forward in how Backdrop handles layouts or the options with custom flexible layout templates in Backdrop Core. Basically, if you're familiar with panels at all in Drupal, it's a little bit like that, but way easier. I hesitate to mention panels because panels can be scary. Layouts is much more friendly. If we go to the layout page, we're going to find we have a specific layout in Core for the dashboard, a specific layout for the home page, and a default layout that's used for everything else. I recommend looking for other videos or tutorials on layouts in Backdrop. You're going to find you can make layouts for specific nodes. You can make a layout for content type, for taxonomy terms. You can create all kinds of custom layouts. And what is new is that in this version of Backdrop is that we have this flexible layout template, which allows you to create your own layout right here in Core. So I'm going to call it St. Paul Tim. Best layout template ever. I've been scolded and told I should call these layout templates, that's the more proper term. So right out of the box, our layout template comes with a header, a content region, and a footer. What I'm going to do to just quickly show these features is these are 3 rows. Each row has regions in it. And I'm going to add a row, and I'm going to make it too wide. Let's go with 33 by 67, and hit continue. I can name each region. Oh no, not hero, demo. Demo left and demo right. We can add classes, wrappers, some custom behaviors here. If we want to make a hero type block, you can do that here, or region. We're going to save that. I'm going to drag this up, put this row wherever. I can move all of these rows around, but we want to leave the header at the top, then the demo, content, and footer. I'm going to save this quick so before I make another change so I don't lose what I just did. And then in the configure row for the footer, I'm just going to modify the existing row and add 3 columns, regions. Going to save those. I made them even this time, 33, 33. We'll call this footer left, footer center, and footer right. I could add classes, wrappers, and again, same behavior options. So there, now I have these different regions available to me, rows and regions. I'm going to save that. If I go back to settings now, in my list of templates, there's now the St. Paul Tim. The little tool here indicates that that's a custom layout that I made. And if I list the layouts now, again, the layouts we're using on this site, to keep things quick, I'm just going to work with the homepage layout. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Boxton here. These are the layouts that are available to me for the homepage. And I'm going to pick St. Paul Tim. save that, what we're going to find is that all the blocks that had been previously placed in regions on the previous layout, Backdrop just sort of threw those all into one region. And so I just have to quickly decide where I want them in my particular custom layout. And I can move these things around. I'm going to put this over here. We'll add a block. There was no search in the previous layout for the home page. I'm going to add it in the footer in the right side. So there we go. We have a search block there. And also, what else can I do here? Do we have a recent content block? Yes, we do. With Backdrop out of the block. Okay. So I dropped another content view onto the front page. We'll end up with 2 of them, I think, here. I'm going to now save my front page, go to the home page, and there we go. We'll see that there's a bunch of changes on the front page. I got my promoted content up here. That was the little welcome message. It's over in the demo left. That's the demo right. This is the content region that has the recent content. There's that search block I dropped in. So now we've been able to create our own custom layout. This is really cool, and I really encourage you to play around with this and give us your feedback on it. You're going to see some rapid improvements in this, I think, in the next couple of months. Some of these changes will come out with our bug fix releases, and then any major changes you might see in version 1.15. Okay, let's see what else is new in Backdrop 1.14. Let's go back to the blog post. The next big new thing we have, particularly for new users, is to save you a little time setting things up, is we added a new role that comes with Backdrop out of the box. The editor role, and this just gives you a way that without having to add and configure an editor role, we gave you some sensible defaults to start with that you can tweak so that your content editors don't have to have access to all the stuff that they don't need. And we think that's going to make the content editing job more pleasant and for content editors right out of the box. We also have added core fieldable file entity bundles. And what this is going to practically mean for you, if you have looked at Backdrop before, you'll notice that there was a manage files and you could see all the existing files, but until this version, you needed a contrib module to actually have the add a file link. Now we can do that right out of core. We've also added a, under the, where is it? Here we go, file types. Under structure file types, we can manage our files better with different file types that are fieldable. So we can, just add fields and manage our files differently. I'm excited about this new one for new users. In version 1.13, Backdrop added a dashboard, and now in Backdrop 1.15, we added a new welcome block, which should have been there out of the box, but I disabled it in getting set up by accident. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. This would normally be here in your fresh Backdrop site right out of the box. You wouldn't have to do anything for it. So now if we go to the Backdrop, we have welcome to Backdrop CMS and a bunch of just helpful links like here's a home page, add a logo, change the colors for your current theme, find a new theme. Just some little tips to help you get started with your new Backdrop site. We think this is going to be a big usability improvement for new users and just make them feel a lot more comfortable getting started on a new Backdrop site. If you want, are beyond that, you don't really need this block anymore and would like to use that screen real estate for other things, you can just go into your layouts, go to the dashboard layout, and just delete that or remove that block. It isn't going to go away. It's still available for you if you need it, but but then it will no longer display. And now you have, and the same thing, all of these other blocks are easily configurable. So get rid of the ones you don't want, add your own, create some view blocks, drop them on this page. I love this dashboard. Last thing we have new in Backdrop 1.14 is support for trusted host patterns. And I'm not going to say too much about this, other than that this has to do with protecting against HTTP host header attacks. And if you're on your Backdrop site, if you go to the status report, as of this version of Backdrop, you're going to see a little warning saying, hey, you haven't configured your trusted host settings yet, with a link to more information about why and how you would want to do that. That's a bigger topic for another time, but I encourage you to take a look at that. So those are some of the new features we have in Backdrop version 1.14. Again, I'm going to take you back and end this video on the Backdrop homepage and show you that demo button. Like, really, it's amazingly fast and easy to set up a Backdrop site for testing and just playing around with it right here. So have a great day and watch for other upcoming Backdrop videos. Bye now.